Let me tell you, nothing prepares you for the moment you're sitting in a cold hospital room, clutching your mother's hand, and hoping against hope she'll wake you, Pia. That was me, 6-year-old Kyle, practically glued to the side of her bed, whispering for her to come back. All I could hear was the steady beep of the machines and her quiet, shallow breathing. You ever been so scared your whole body shakes, but you try to act tough anyway? That was me until a gentle knock made me jump out of my skin. Mrs. Nora, our old landlady, peeked in, looking at me like I was the last kid left at the orphanage. She offered me food. I said no. I just wanted to stay with Mom. The truth is, I had no idea what we were going to do if she didn't get better, and the hospital bills kept stacking up. When I asked if she knew where a kid could earn some money, Mrs. Nora gave me a look like I was out of my mind until she remembered some music contest at Harper Music Studios. That's how I ended up the next morning staring up at this massive building, kids everywhere, some with fancy clothes and entourages, me in my worn-out shoes and faded jacket. When the lady at the desk saw I was alone, she almost turned me away, but I guess something about my story changed her mind. Then, when I told her my last name, Manderson, her eyebrows shot up. For a second, everyone behind the desk just froze. I figured it was nothing, but it sure felt weird. Next thing you know, I'm in this line for hours, sweating through my shirt, and then suddenly it's my turn. The audition room was huge, 3 judges, and this guy at the end of the table, Zoe Anderson, staring at my name like he'd seen a ghost. I only recognized him because, well, he's my idol. Zane Anderson. The Zane Anderson. When he asked if that was really my name, I said yes, and he looked like he'd swallowed a frog. He told me to sing, so I closed my eyes and went for it. No music, just me and a song my mom wrote years ago. I poured every bit of hope and fear I had into that melody. The judges all gawked. Zane? He looked like he'd been struck by lightning. The song was our secret, only Mom ever sang it to me. So when he wiped his eyes, I wondered, had I done something wrong? I'd never seen a grown man look so lost and hopeful at the same time. He muttered, "You impressed me, kid." That was all I needed. When the list came out the next day, I was at the top. Some kids congratulated me, but others shot dirty looks. Soon enough, the rumors started, people saying I was getting special treatment because of my last name or because Mr. Anderson supposedly recommended me. Truth was, I just wanted a shot for Mom. 3 older boys cornered me one day, teasing me about my clothes, asking what made me so special. I told them, there's nothing wrong with being poor. At least I'm working hard for my mom. They pushed me until suddenly, Zane himself appeared, voice like thunder, telling everyone bullying was unacceptable and that talent was all that mattered here. I thought I'd faint, me idol defending me. Wild. He gave the other boys a warning, and they scattered. Afterward, Zane took me to his office, wall-to-wall, with trophies, records, more awards than I could count. He asked about my mom, and when I said her name was Venus, he went pale as a ghost. He looked at me for a long time before gently putting his hands on my shoulders and whispering, "You're my son." You know that feeling when the world suddenly flips upside down? Yeah, that was me. It didn't make sense. How could this famous guy be my dad? Why'd he leave us? I asked, straight up, and he said he'd never known about me or that Mom was pregnant. He hugged me so tight, I almost cried. Okay, maybe I did cry a little, and then I blurted out the real reason I'd come. I need money for Mom. She's still in the hospital. Zane's face went stiff. Take me to her, he said, and for a second, I actually believed everything was going to be okay. When we got to Mom's room, he stood in the doorway, hands shaking. I told him how Mom had saved me from a drunk driver and got hit instead. He hugged me and cried. He kept saying sorry for coming too late. Days blurred by after that. Zane barely left the hospital, and every day he sat by my side, teaching me music, telling me stories, holding Mom's hand as if he could will her awake. Then one night, Mom's fingers moved. Zane gasped, and before I knew it, she was blinking up at us. Her first word was his name. He told her everything, right there, how he'd found us and wouldn't leave again. Tears, forgiveness, regret, so many feelings packed into that tiny room. She confessed she hadn't told him about me because she didn't want to ruin his chance at a music career in America. He said she was the reason he had dreams at all. They kissed, laughed, and cried, And I swear I saw something in Mom I hadn't seen in a little hope. Things got better, fast. The studio staff welcomed us. Zane told everyone I was his son, and suddenly, all the sideways glances turned to high fives. People said fate had brought us together. My audition video went viral, and Zane's studio was buzzing with new singers, projects, and more attention than ever. Mom finally left the hospital and moved in with us. She met the staff, got a warm welcome, and even found out that Zane's parents were gone and he'd lost them while chasing his dreams. She hugged him, promising to stay by his side for good. Life turned into a whirlwind: performances, studio sessions, late-night dinners, and birthday surprises. One night, they threw me a party so big I thought I was dreaming. Zane and Mom both told me I was the greatest gift they'd ever gotten. I believed them. I felt it. Then, in the middle of my party, Zane dropped to one knee, ring in hand, and proposed to Mom. Everyone went nuts. She said yes, and their hug, man, you could feel the love from across the room. The wedding was wild: Zane sweating bullets, Willie cracking jokes, Mom floating down the aisle like an angel. I was the flower boy, grinning like crazy. At the altar, Zane hugged Mom, so tight the priest had to remind him the ceremony wasn't even started. Their vows were raw, honest, nothing fancy, just real promises to never leave each other again. A few months later, we moved into our dream house by a lake. Mom surprised Zane with the news. She was pregnant with twins. Zane nearly fainted. He became so protective, it was hilarious, hovering while she cooked, insisting on doing everything himself. We laugh a lot. My favorite was seeing them sneak kisses and jokes when they thought I wasn't looking. One afternoon, Venus's parents showed up out of the blue, tears in their eyes, apologizing for all the years they pushed her away. They saw us on TV, tracked us down, and begged for forgiveness. Mom cried, hugged them, and let them back into her life. Zane shook their hands, promising to take care of us forever. Suddenly, I had grandparents again, and our family felt whole in a way I never thought possible. When Mom finally went into labor, Zane freaked out, literally forgot how to drive, grabbed the wrong bag, ran in circles until I handed him the hospital bag myself. In the delivery room, he paced like a wild man, worrying about every little thing. When the twins were born, a girl and a boy, it broke down, thanking Mom, the nurses, the universe, maybe even the janitor. I was so proud to be a big brother. That's the thing, sometimes life hits you with more pain than you think you can handle. But if you keep holding on, if you trust the people you love and forgive them for their mistakes, you might just get the happy ending you've been dreaming of. Our family went through hell, but love, real, gritty, stubborn love, pulled us back together. So, what do you think? Does forgiveness really fix everything? Or are there some things too big to let go? I want to hear your stories. Do you believe in second chances? Or is that just a fairy tale? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about what family, love, and justice really mean in a world that never stops testing us.